Hello seekers, let's expand our minds and explore together the concept of space-time. Imagine if I told you that everything you need in life is right here, right now, in this very moment. Let's explore the concept of space-time. Imagine space-time as a single, four-dimensional fabric that combines space, length, width, and height, and time into one unified concept. Just like a rubber sheet, massive objects like planets create dips and curves in this fabric. In daily life, we experience the effects of space-time as gravity. For example, when you drop a ball, it falls to the ground because the Earth's mass warps space-time, pulling objects towards it. Space-time also influences time itself. When you're near a massive object, time passes slightly slower compared to someone further away. This phenomenon is called time dilation and has been confirmed by GPS satellites, which have to account for these tiny differences in time to work accurately. In practical terms, the idea of space-time helps us understand why objects move the way they do and why time appears to flow differently in certain situations. It's not just an abstract concept for scientists, it's a fundamental part of our everyday experience of the world around us. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to fully embrace the present moment and let go of all your worries and anxieties? Everything that has ever happened to you, and anything that is going to happen to you, does not exist. In fact, anything that isn't happening at this moment does not exist. To many, there is a lot of power in that. By believing in the now and living in the moment, you mitigate how much power past pain and future concerns have over you and your now. When you think of the past, you may recall something unpleasant that has already come to pass. That situation, while unpleasant, is no longer in your present. The goal of living in the moment is to learn your lesson from that unpleasantness while it is happening, then continue living in the moment after the unpleasant moment has passed. By taking a lesson away and leaving the unpleasantness behind, you give yourself the chance to possibly prevent a situation like that from happening again. Additionally, by not dwelling on the unpleasant moment, it keeps your mind free from pain and worry associated with that moment in the present moment. It is important that you always remember the lessons you learned in your past, even if you are living in the present moment. While you do not want to dwell on the past, you also do not want to keep repeating the same mistakes. One of the key parts of living the present moment is keeping the lessons but moving on from the pain. But what about the future? Living in the present moment does not mean that you shouldn't plan for the future or have any goals and dreams. In fact, you should absolutely plan for the future and give yourself goals. By doing so, you are setting yourself up for long-term success and happiness. By having goals and dreams, your life will have more meaning and will be more fulfilling for you. If you make plans and have goals for your future, doesn't that mean you are not living in the present moment? The answer to that is yes and no. While you are making plans that are outside of the present moment, you are doing something that will benefit you in the long term. Part of the spirit of living in the present moment is that you are not dwelling on past pain that is behind you or future pain that has not come to pass. So by giving yourself goals, not only are you not focusing on future pain, but you are actually setting yourself up to avoid future pain by living a healthy, fulfilling life. What is so great about living in the present anyways? Well, the present is real, it's tangible. It's not just a memory, it's happening right now. As you're watching this, you're living in this moment. If you do not allow yourself to exist in the present moment, you will be missing out on that present moment. Imagine you are attempting to do something you enjoy but you allow yourself to be distracted by something else. For example, you are watching your favorite team's game. While you're watching it, you're thinking about something that happened at work earlier while also trying to cook dinner and talk to a friend. The more things you pile on, the less you are able to pay attention to and enjoy the game that is happening at that present moment. This works the same way as trying to live in the present moment. The more you allow yourself to be distracted by thoughts of the past or anxiety about the future, the less you will be able to enjoy the present moment. In a world that is constantly pulling us in different directions, learning to live in the present moment can be the key to finding true peace and happiness. The more you are able to live in the present moment and the less you allow yourself to be distracted by the past or the future, the more you will be able to enjoy your present moment and your life. But how do you get to this point? It certainly can't be as easy as deciding that you just want to live in the present moment, so you just start doing it. There are several methods and practices you can put in place to live in the present. Some people practice things like monotasking or journaling, while others prefer slightly more focused exercises like breathing exercises, meditating, or exercises that require mindful movements like yoga, tai chi chuan. Really, anything that requires you to focus on a present task or exercise is a good way to practice living in the present moment. Exercises that require mindful movement include things like yoga and tai chi. These are exercises that require a lot of focus on your body in the present moment to stretch into various poses. By forcing your mind to focus on the present moment so you can stretch into these poses, you are not only exercising your body but also exercising your mind. By exercising it and gaining mastery over your mind, you will be able to live in the present moment whether you are engaging in an exercise or not. Activities like sports are also excellent ways to exercise your mind to focus on the present. Dynamic sports such as hockey are so quick and fluid that it requires your full attention on the present to be able to play. Much like yoga and Tai Chi, the more you play and the more you exercise your mind, the more power you will have over it. The more power and control you have over your mind, the more you will be able to live in the present moment when you are not playing or exercising. Breathing exercises are another common practice that people choose for focusing their minds. The purpose behind breathing exercises is to bring your focus on your breathing and only on your breathing. By focusing on your breathing, the goal is to reach a state of comfort that is not so different from a meditative state. A perk of breathing exercises is that you can really do them anywhere without the need for a quiet space to be left alone. They can be performed on the go wherever you are. By reaching that almost meditative state, and by focusing on your breathing as you actively breathe, you are living in your present moment. Some popular breathing exercises include rib stretch breathing, diaphragm breathing, numbered breathing, and perhaps the most well-known exercise, box breathing. Box breathing is a favorite exercise because of how simple and structured it is. In fact, box breathing is commonly taught to new military recruits because of how easy it is to practice and how beneficial it is for focus. To practice box breathing, inhale slowly for 4 seconds. After you have inhaled, hold your breath for 4 seconds. Next, you will exhale slowly for 4 seconds. Finally, you will hold your breath for 4 seconds again. This 4-step cycle can be repeated as many times as needed, but most people will go through 5 cycles of box breathing per session. Meditation is another popular exercise that people will practice to help live in the present moment. Meditation itself is really an entire exercise in living in the present moment. Each part of it involves mental discipline and focus, with the end result being more control and power over your mind. Practicing meditation is also very accessible to most people, as it is a practice that can really be molded to each individual person. There is no one pose or object of focus that is necessary for meditation to be successful. While it is a different experience for everyone, a lot of beginners are recommended to start practicing the same way. To start, a quiet space is strongly recommended. Once you have your quiet space, either lie down flat on a comfortable surface or find a comfortable chair to sit in. If you choose to sit in a chair, be sure that you maintain good posture and keep your back straight. Next, close your eyes and focus. You can focus on a thought, a phrase, a sound, almost anything. If your goal is to meditate because you want to practice living in the present moment, consider focusing on your body. Focus on each individual part of your body, starting with your head and moving down. How do you feel? How does each body part feel? What are you feeling in this present moment? Continue to focus only on your body in the present moment. Do not let your mind wander, and if it does, then do your best to bring your mind back to your body in the present moment. As a beginner, your mind is likely to wander, but being able to bring your mind back into focus is a good measure of how well your meditations have been going. By living in the present moment, you can truly enjoy life as you are living it now. You can eliminate so much stress from your past pains, as well as any stress you are feeling from events that have not happened yet. This does not mean that you should forget any lessons you learned in the past, nor does it mean that you shouldn't set goals for yourself or have any dreams. Living in the present moment will also help you be able to focus on the task at hand, allowing you to give your best and get the most out of your present. We anchor ourselves in the here and now, becoming fully engaged in the richness of life as it unfolds. It allows us to experience the fullness of each moment, appreciate the beauty of our surroundings, and deeply connect with ourselves and others. As we navigate the ever-changing currents of life, let us embrace the wisdom of the present moment. May we cherish its beauty, honor its lessons, and celebrate its boundless potential. For in this eternal now, we find the gateway to true presence, inner peace, and profound transformation. Do you think you have the mental fortitude to live in the present? Let us know below. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe for more.